Okay, when our show first started, I asked all of you to write me on Twitter and Facebook and tell me, okay, who would you love to see as the favorite guest on the show, male and female? Well, your number one favorite female choice was Betty White, and we had her on the show. You gotta love Betty. But your number one top male choice is somebody that I have to see almost every single day. Okay, I wish I could say that it was Hugh Jackman. Come on. Why isn't it? Come on, it's not. It isn't. No, not even close in my opinion. But you guys asked, and so I guess I have to follow through with my commitments, okay? All right, this is the little boy that you wanted to have on my show so badly. Take a look. Well, almost 5 decades later, please welcome your number one choice for the male, my older, much older brother, Donny Osmond! Did you see that footage? Did you see the footage?
I saw that. That was great.
Da, 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 da.
Okay, this is weird. My sister is interviewing me. This is really surreal. Yeah, I want you all to remember this moment, okay?
Yeah, because I'm going to ask the question.
No. This is what's weird. It is the only time I'm going to acquiesce to Marie and Donny. Usually it's Donny and Marie. I'll let you have top billing now.
Oh.
But I do have to say, despite the fact that it's kind of weird you're interviewing me, you're really good at this.
Aww.
You're really good at this. This is fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
No, you're very proud of you.
Appreciate that.
I taught her everything she knows.
Yeah. You taught me a lot of things, baby. And some of them weren't so good.
Like what?
Well, you know, I was always like, follow the brother, he's the good guy. I have proof that you were not always the good boy.
What are you going to show?
Well, I just thought you'd like to see that he took me down a wrong path.
What are you going to show?
Yes, watch.
Oh! I remember this. Oh.
So here I am. Tell him.
Where did you find this? This is in our home out in the valley.
So,
we found a jar of peanut butter.
Yeah, but we used to buy peanut butter by the gallon.
Oh, yeah. I said, Marie, I know what I'm going to do with this peanut butter. Why don't you join me? And we went into our mother's closet, and we just ruined...
In the shoes.
But, and I vaguely remember this, but Mother came in, and she was so mad, but she said, this is so cute. She had to take a picture of it.
I mean, seriously, if your kids had done that to Debbie's closet, would you go grab a Super 8 camera?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I just did it to her closet the other day. We had good times.
We had the best times, and I know we didn't have a normal childhood.
Not really.
But Donny was my sister.
And you should see me in pumps.
Show him your legs.
What?
Show him your legs. He has prettier legs than I do.
What?
Maybe you should shave him.
Okay. I'm out of here.
No, he was a very good sister because he would play with me, my Barbie dolls, but he wouldn't play with Ken.
I wouldn't play with Barbie, no.
He had to have G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
So we would take turns with G.I. Joe and then Barbie, and then look what happened because of it.
Okay, I hate this picture. Will you please stop showing this picture? That was one photo session I wish we could redo. When they came out with the Donny and Marie doll, if you ever have one of these, you can find them on eBay for like 5 cents or something. But,
actually, no, we were the first celebrity Barbie and Ken dolls.
We were. But if you ever look at the Donny doll, the Marie doll is a full figure, everything is just perfect. You look at the Donny doll, I don't even think you know this, but look at closely, the head doesn't fit the neck. Do you know why? I got Ken's body. And it's not anatomically correct either.
We started those dolls. We had so much fun, but we had a very different life growing up.
Yeah.
When most kids were going to school and doing those types of things, we were working 17-hour days, 6 days a week on the Donny Marie Show. And we played every character on the planet. I brought along some of my favorite. What were some of your
you're not going to embarrass me with
No,
these.
let's see some of these wonderful clips, shall we?
Oh, no.
Okay, this was one of my favorite characters that we played. Yes, there we are, Pinky and Blue Boy.
See, no wonder I had an image problem.
And then, but we played so many fun characters.
There you go.
Yeah, look at
See,
lovely Donny. That's
I
a
had to
cute
wear
outfit.
the terrible outfits. Marie, get those pictures off. Oh, I like that one.
But what was fun about it, while we played all these characters, we worked long hours, and sometimes with your siblings you get stressed.
Yeah.
But we laughed.
We did. Let me ask you, okay? I know it's your show, but let me ask you. When you look back at the Donny and Marie show, and please be honest with me here, okay? Are they good memories? No, did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Okay.
I really did. You can always find the glass is half empty, don't you think?
Yeah, I think over time I like it.
But like some of the people that we worked with, yeah, you miss out on things. Who are some of your favorite people you worked with?
I can't believe that we worked with Groucho Marx.
I know.
How many people could say that?
Yeah.
You know? So really, when you think about it, we really have to count our blessings for what we've been through together and what we've been able to accomplish.
And people wonder, was it always perfect between us?
No.
Siblings.
No.
I was always right.
Yeah. And I always let her think she was right.
Oh, no.
But no, let's be honest with everybody. It was very difficult because when you're working that closely together for that many years, especially in the Donny Marie
As a sibling relationship, you know?
Sure. I mean, you can't divorce your sibling. But there were times where you got on my nerves. I know I got on your nerves. I still do sometimes.
Always.
But the thing is, but what's really interesting, and I see it almost nightly in Vegas when we perform together. The other night when we had to cut a couple songs,
right?
We kind of extended the dialogue a little bit. I laughed my head off with some of the stuff that you and I are coming up with because it's organic.
Yeah.
It wasn't written. It was real, and that's what I love about working with Marie. You know, it's just real.
Well, there is a sibling chemistry, and you know, we have always said we do have a very unique chemistry, kind of like an acid pill.
Yes, yeah.
But no, there is a great respect. I have another clip I want to show you. One of my favorite things we did. Remember Marie in Peril?
Oh, I love these skits.
These were
You were
we
so
would do
funny.
them so late, and we were so tired.
And I talk like this. Watch
Yes.
this.
I smell smoke. There's something burning.
Indeed, something is. But fortunately, you have arrived in time to save me. I hope.
Smart residents of these hills keep a fire extinguisher at all times. You're lying.
You know, a lot of people ask us, our Vegas show, a lot of people say, is that what we're going to see in Las Vegas? No, that's not what we're going to see in Las Vegas. No, it's the show in Vegas is just jam-packed with variety. You know, what more can we say? The dancing, the singing, the production.
The separate careers, the coming together, the career that we have shared, and the one thing that I can honestly say, I've worked with everybody on the planet, but this is the most professional man I've ever worked with.
I told her to say that. No, thank you. Thank you.
And, you know, we have had various times in our career, but when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the things that you have done on your own and some of the costumes that you've been able to wear without me, like diapers. And we'll talk about that when we come right back.
Joseph.
Coming up, Donny reveals his secret for looking and...
There's a lot of dancing in that Vegas show. Of course, I do a lot more dancing because I won a certain trophy that you didn't.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, you know that the girls are the ones that actually do all the dancing on Dancing with the
That
Stars.
is not true.
I made it in the finals, and I just want to go on the record that I actually did the dancing while he stood there and pointed his finger.
I did. But I got the trophy.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did.
And we are so proud of you being the oldest winner.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Stop. But the only winner up here. Okay, here we go.
That's okay. It's okay. It's sibling. It's okay.
Yes.
You talked about so many great people that you worked with.
Yeah.
Lucille Ball, people like that. The show changes out in Vegas. One of the people that you loved was
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder. I was doing a show not long ago, and this guy asked me the question, who's your favorite artist? I said Stevie Wonder. He knew I was going to say that, and he had Stevie on the phone. And I was just dying. The audience was just like, "Wow, this is so cool." I'm talking to my hero over the speakers. Then all of a sudden, the audience goes crazy. He's standing right behind me.
Aww.
And then he starts singing "Isn't She Lovely?"
Which is your favorite?
That's my favorite song, and I sang it with him. It was such a great moment for me because my musical hero and I were singing the same song together.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it was really cool.
So you look at 5 decades of your life, Donny. There's not many men your age, who have been in this business 5 decades. Another great memory for you is Michael Jackson.
Oh, Mike, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the very first American Music Awards? It was the only time Mike and I were on television together at the same time. Right after that, not very many people know this, right after the show was over.
How old are you two? You were like
14,
yeah,
something
13,
like
14.
14 years old. And Mike and I turned to each other, and I said, "You hungry?" He said, "Yes." No, he actually said, "Yes." And so I said, "Let's get in my limo." So we hopped in my limo, we went to Jack in the Box, got tacos, and I wish I would have had a camera because we were driving down Sunset Boulevard, opened the moonroof, and we both have our heads, we're laughing.
And you're wearing tuxedos.
We're wearing tuxedos with the bow ties, eating tacos, laughing, driving down Sunset Boulevard, just Mike and myself.
Yeah.
And that's the Michael Jackson I wish everybody knew, because that's the one I knew.
Well, and I have to tell you, one of my favorite stories with Michael is when we were, I forget, England or something, and we were all playing football. Jen and I were cheerleaders, and you were playing. And they said, "Go say hi to the fans." And so Donny and Michael walk out, do you remember?
Oh, yes.
And you looked at each other, and you went, "Should we?"
Yeah.
And they threw a pizza down. And you saw all these fans going, "Oh, look," and then they took it out, it was a pizza, and they just went, "Woo."
We had a lot of fun together, we really did. And it's just a tragedy that we lost such a genius. I mean, he really was a genius.
Yeah.
And I treasure those moments that we had together because he was a great friend.
Yeah.
He would call me every once in a while and just talk,
Yeah.
just get away from the world.
Well, you had a lot in common, and it's not many kids that grow up with those same kinds of things in common.
We would laugh about the commonalities. We both came from a family of 9 children. Both Mike and I were the 7th child. Our mothers have the same birthday. It goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Janet and Marie are very much alike. Actually,
We're the stronger performers.
yeah. Or was it LaToya? I can't. And then there's Randy and Jimmy.
And then there's Randy and Jimmy.
Yes.
our
And
family-
Tito and Wayne. Okay.
Okay, so you know what? Joseph, great show.
Joseph and the
How many
Amazing
years did you do that show?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes, I did that.
How many shows?
I did 2,000 shows of that show.
Isn't that crazy?
2,000.
That's a lot.
And over a period of time, you want to start changing things up. I got a tongue lashing one time from Andrew Lloyd Webber. I started changing the melody a little. Just did a couple of
just
those
a little
things.
licks,
A little licks. You want to just. Boy, Andrew said, "Don't you dare do that to my son." So one of the performances, he was out there, and the very end of the show, closed every door. I changed it up a little bit, jazzed it up a little bit. He comes backstage. He said, "You changed my melody." I said, "Yes, I did." He said, "It's kind of good."
Oh my gosh, Donny, we're running out of time. There's so many things I want to talk about. I want to talk about what a great dad you are, and he does these great trips with his kids. But I wanted to, people, seriously, I want him to talk about this. Everybody talks about why you look so young. And I normally wouldn't do this, but I think this is a really good thing.
I have a secret weapon.
I know.
I really do. I found something that it actually really works. A friend of mine introduced me to a thing called Protandem. He said it actually reduces oxidative stress, which is aging, by 40% in 30
Is that free radicals?
free radicals. It reduces it by 40% in 30 days. And I said, whatever, you know. So I said, I'll try it under doctor supervision. And sure enough, it worked. And what happens is, and I won't bore you with the technicalities, but when we're born, our cells have a communicator to our DNA. As we get older, that communication kind of stops. That's how we get older. And it's been proven to keep us, or to stop the aging process. As a matter of fact, Dr. Hybertson is sitting in the audience.
Well, that's why I brought it up, because I
Yeah,
knew
he's
the
sitting
name
right
was
there.
And I wanted you to introduce him.
You gotta tell us how, real quickly, how that science works with Protandim.
Sure. Oh, Donny's exactly right. Protandim is a natural plant-based product, and independent research being done all over the world confirms that it upregulates cell survival genes and decreases oxidative stress. So it works.
But the thing is, it slows down the aging process. And so I was
Well,
so
where's mine?
I was so excited about this, I actually called LifeVantage. And I said, I want to be a spokesperson for this.
Well, see, that's why
I
he
don't
doesn't
endorse it.
You don't do that.
I don't do this.
No.
And I said, I'd love to be a spokesperson for this company. They said, yeah. And it is now one of the fastest growing companies in
It's
the country.
really a cool product. And so are you going to go back into the loincloth, or what are you going to do now that you're de-aging? No,
De-aging.
I just wanted to, hey, de-aging.
Aging.
No, but I just wanted you to mention that really quick. Before we run, Donny, you're a
Well,
great
you
dad.
can find all of it, rather than get into all
Yeah,
the
we'll
science.
give you all the particulars on the website.
Donny.com, you can find it all.
And we can send you from our website, too.
Okay.
I just love you to pieces. I know that people don't get to see this side of us all the time.
Not much.
But, you know, it's been a joy entertaining with you for 5 decades.
Thank you.
And I'll see you tonight in Las Vegas.
That's right. We're going to do it again.
Check out the website, our website, hallmarkchannel.com/Marie, for all the information on Donny. We'll be right back.